Everyone, it's Froggy and I'm back again with another episode of Hakuoki Kyoto Winds. So we've got two options here. We've got yes please and no, I'll take care of it. We're gonna go ahead and say yes please. Are you sure? Then yes, please do. So
わかった。少し待っていてくれ。
there, that way we don't have to go in there. Yamazaki went over to Dr. Matsumoto.
松本先生、軽い症状のものなら俺が代わりに見ます。そろそろ休憩してはどうですか？
ではそうさせてもらおうか。
I waited outside for Dr. Matsumoto until he stepped out of the examination room. Excuse me? He looked at me for a moment, his eyes narrowed in curiosity.
薬の補充も兼ねて休憩にしようか。君、ちょっと手伝ってくれるかね？
Yeah, man, I got you. Oh, yeah, of course. What luck. Dr. Matsumoto.
松本先生、雪村君。
Oh, hi, Kondo.
おお、早速会えたようだな。
はい、おかげさまで。
What? I was utterly lost. Dr. Matsumoto laid a gentle hand on my shoulder.
私は君に会うためにここに来たんだよ。
Oh, good.
高堂さんの娘さんがここに身を寄せていると近藤さんが教えてくれたんだ。
Oh, I see.
高堂さんと松本先生が懇意にしていたことは俺も知っていたからな。何か高堂さんの手がかりになればと思い、松本先生が今日に戻ってすぐに連絡を取った。
The Shinsenkumi had their own reasons for wanting my father found, but Dr. Matsumoto's appearance was still a cause for joy. Thank you, both of you. They smiled. Dr. Matsumoto then explained he had just barely missed me when he left for Edo as I came to Kyoto. He'd received all my letters, but once he finally returned, he had no idea where I was and consequently couldn't find me.
すれ違いだったとはいえ、辛い思いをさせてしまったようだ。君がここにいる事情は分かっておるよ。
No, I'm doing all right. So, Dr. Matsumoto, about my father. His face took on a grim cast, and before he even spoke, I knew what his response would be.
残念ながら、私も高堂さんの居場所は知らないんだ。
I see. The defeated tone in my voice surprised me. I suppose on some level I believed Dr. Matsumoto had some miraculous revelation about my father. Foolish of me, of course, but that didn't make the truth any less devastating. Kondo simply nodded.
君はここにいることで、あの薬に関わってしまったようだね。あの薬。つまり高堂さんが新選組で行っていた研究のことについてだが。
Yes, I knew what he meant. The experiments my father conducted with some strange concoction that could make people go mad. Please tell me about it. I want to know everything that my father was doing. He nodded.
高堂さんが幕命を受け、新選組で行っていたのは羅刹を生み出す実験だった。羅刹とはすなわち、鬼神のごとき力と驚異的な治癒能力を持つ人間のことだ。
Furies. A creature with heightened speed and strength, as well as the ability to heal from almost any wound. One can only be killed by a stab wound through the heart or by having its head removed. Still not sure if it's Furies, Furries, or what. I think I'm gonna say Furies. That just makes more sense to me. Okay. Furies. This term seemed so familiar, and then I'd realized I'd overheard some of the men talking about it.
そうじ。めったなこと言うもんじゃねえ。幹部が羅刹になってどうするんだよ。
ああ、羅刹ってのは薬を飲んだら怪我も治っちまう。
羅刹っていうのはかわいそうな子たちのことだよ。
そしてその羅刹を生み出したのは落ち水という薬だ。
Water of life. A substance imported from the west that turns those who drink it into the Furies. Until refined by Kudo Yukimura, it was too toxic to use.
これは西洋ではエリクサー、中華では先端と呼ばれるものに値する。つまるところ不老不死の霊薬みたいなものだ。
Furies, water of life. It sounded more like something from a fairy tale rather than real life. But there was something in Dr. Matsumoto's tone of voice that said that he was telling the truth. I've already heard about how it makes you strong and hard to kill. But doesn't it cause so much pain that it makes most people go crazy? And even if you survive that, then even the smell of blood can make you go crazy again. Dr. Matsumoto nodded slowly, then pinched the bridge of his nose with his thumb and forefinger. He looked very tired.
そこまで知っていたのか。
Yeah. They were humans, but not human. Perhaps they were almost entirely different now. I couldn't see how this water of life could ever be used for good. Even if it had healed Sanon's arm, he suffered greatly in the process. Why? It sounded more like a moan than a question. My father would never want to ruin the life of another, but because of what he'd done, people suffered, and some even died. Why is my father doing this? But it wasn't just my father. I was sure no one involved expected such a terrible outcome.
だからこそ両親の呵責に耐えかねた行動さんはここを去ったんだろう。
しかしあれは幕府が新選組の人材不足を補うために授けてくださった知恵でもあるのです。
The doctor only shook his head.
あの計画は失敗だ。行わない方がいい。幕府も見切りをつけているはずだ。
Kondo frowned, perhaps unhappy that Dr. Matsumoto would question the shogunate's original decision.
あの薬を飲んだ大使たちがどうなったか近藤さんもよく知ってるだろう。あの計画は人道的に決して許されるもんじゃない。
Kondo gave a non-committal grunt and fell silent. I was sure Kondo knew that just how dangerous it was to use the water of life, but the shogunate had come to him with a request. Perhaps he couldn't refuse, even if he wanted to. Silence fell like a thick blanket.
たとえ将軍公の御殿医を務めておられる方のお言葉といえど、大使でもない方に口を差し挟まれる筋合いはありません。
Sanon! His face was pale as moonlight, as if he was a walking corpse. Is it okay for you to be up right now?
三男君、休んでいた方がいいのではないか。顔色が悪いぞ。
ご心配なく。
He bowed quickly, his mouth a compressed line, and turned to regard the doctor with a cool gaze.
我々は我々の裁量で例の薬を有効に活用させていただいています。
しかし危険だ。あの薬は人が扱えるような代物じゃない。
研究は続いています。そしてこの私という成功例もあります。
As Sanon did indeed prove, it was possible to drink the water of life and retain your sanity. It just wasn't easy.
一見平気そうに見えるかもしれんが、体のどこかに相当無理をかけていることも考えられるぞ。
私は至って健康ですよ。今後も研究と改良を重ねれば薬の質が上がるのは明白です。
そのためにさらに多くの大使を犠牲にするつもりかね。成功するかどうかもわからん実験に大使を付き合わせるのは生命を冒涜しているとしか思えんが。
彼らは我々の礎となったのです。無駄死にではありません。
しかしだな。
まあまあ、松本先生も三男君も落ち着いて。この話は後日改めてということにしないか。
It was my private opinion that they were unlikely to agree, no matter what time they discussed the subject, but I felt it was polite to keep quiet.
そうだな。わかった。
There seemed to be very little common ground between them, but both arguments had merit. Kondo had likely seen this as well, and he chose to end things before it got unpleasant.
近藤さんがそうおっしゃるのであれば。
Sunan's face betrayed nothing of what he might be thinking, even when the corner of his mouth quirked up into the beginning of a smile. He bowed quietly and left as swiftly as he arrived.
そういえば先生、健康診断の方はどうでしたかな。
ああ、それなんだがな。頭を抱えたよ。
え、それは一体なぜ？
なぜも何も。怪我人や病人を合計したら全大使の3分の1近くになるじゃないか。
What?
なんと。
なんとじゃないぞ、近藤さん。あんたらは今まで何をやってたんだ。切り傷からしぶり腹まで。この豚書は病の見本市だぞ。
Oh god, they have lice too? Lovely.
面目ない。まさかそんなことになっていたとは。
まずは病室を用意して、そこに病人を運び込んでくれ。それから、豚書を清潔にしてもらわんと話にならん。
承知しました。すぐに取り掛かります。
So we were ordered to clean the entire compound.
ったく、なんなんだよ大掃除って。俺は掃除とか整理整頓がこの世で一番嫌いなのによ。
ぐちゃぐちゃ言ってないで、さっさとそこのタンスを持ち上げてくれって。散々自慢してた体力を披露するいい機会じゃないか。うわー、ネズミが出た。
落ち着け。大事はない。どうやらそこにある握り飯を餌にしていたようだな。
本当だ。誰だよ、食い残しの握り飯をこんなところに隠してたやつ。
まったく、なぜ私がこのような雑用に駆り出されなければならんのだ。そもそも私は軍略が専門だというのに。
いいじゃねえか。いつも自慢してる甲州流なんちゃらでパパッと終わらせてくれよ。
黙れ。私の甲州流軍学はこのようなくだらぬ役目のためにあるものではない。
Koshu Military Science. A collection of Kai and Takeda's tactics during the Warring States period. Okay.
原田も人が悪いな。
Man, I wish we could get with this Miki guy. Like, look at him! Yummy.
こいつが盲信してる時代遅れの兵法なんて、このご時世、掃除の役にも立たないだろう。
ミキ君、言葉に気をつけたまえ。確かに洋楽には劣るかもしれんが、甲州流軍学は決して時代遅れではなく。
お、近藤さんだ。
近藤局長、ご覧ください。先ほどまで足の踏み場もないほどだった部屋が私の指導でここまで。局長は
He got you. Takeda realized Kondo was nowhere to be seen, and he glared at Harada.
引っかかりやがった。
原田、貴様、測ったな。
Yeah.
ぶつくさ文句言ったり、ペコペコしたり、怒ったり。忙しいな、あんたも。そうやって相手によってコロコロ態度変えてて、疲れねえか。
Hi everyone. I've washed the rags. Please use this when you wipe the floor.
おう、ありがとうよ。
Despite being upset because of chore duty, the men swiftly cleaned the room as a team. Nice. Alright, well I think this is a good stopping point, so I'll end it here for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos from me, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.